do server calls.
Use what?
I mostly like call in servers without like screen sharing. Not
Oh
much friend
yeah.
stuff. So.
Yeah. They used to have it like super easy, but now it's like I think I messed something up or something. I don't know. Anyways, so what do we have here? Playing Jhin and Caitlyn. For
Yeah,
the most part, I
those
see.
are yeah. Recently, the last couple of days for me have not been very good in terms of climbing.
Oh
So
no.
I've been
Interesting.
dying a lot lately. It's one of the things that I'm trying to improve on, but I don't know. I'm doing a
Interesting.
lot of risky shit, to be honest. So
So I guess the first question is always, what do you think your strengths and weaknesses are as a player?
um I feel like my game knowledge is okay in terms of what I do. I just really suck at putting it into action, you know? I like actually doing it. It's
Mm-hmm.
like in the back of my head. I notice that when I'm streaming as well and stuff like that, where I know what's about to happen and my brain, you know, says stop, but I end up doing it anyways. So also going on like autopilot and stuff like that
Interesting.
sometimes.
Kind of the idea like, oh, I know this is bad, and then you clear the wave and you die.
Yeah, exactly. Like I can do one more wave. It's fine.
Interesting.
Enemy jungler is missing, right? Doesn't
Which of these games do you think shows that the best?
uh wait, let me open up. Let's see. Probably the Caitlyn game, one of those.
All right, let's take a look.
Oh wait, are the two ones that yeah, both those were like laning fit. Like this one was I was having a little bit like this was a lost game. The other game was a one game.
Mhm.
But I was having trouble in lane in both of those games. So I was actually I just took 2 quick games yesterday to get some
I see.
gameplay.
That's good. That's good. Because the average games are best, right?
Yeah,
That's what we
exactly.
want to see. All right. Let me get water real quick. Tell me what you're seeing in the first 30 seconds, though, when I come back.
Uh, wait, tell me what you okay.
So, did you figure out why you lost so much health?
I received a lot of poke during like when I was trying to push the wave. Yeah,
So when we are here?
it was mostly right there. Yeah, exactly. I took both the W and the E from Jana
Right.
and from
So,
Bears.
what's the idea behind playing against a poke lane like Jenna, I guess?
I don't know. Whenever they walk up to poke, you wanna punish them or stay back and not receive poke.
Right. So those are really the two general options: is that you need a punish or B don't be in range of her point and click. Right.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
what's an example of a good punish? I guess.
Maybe saving my Q and auto attacking her when she walks up to W me instead of using it on the wave, sort of thing.
Okay,
Or
this is possible, but what is your hit percentage on your Q when she's running away?
what's my what? Sorry.
Your hit percentage, like how many times can you hit it out of 100 times?
I don't know.
Let's say she W's you, you auto attack, you're losing still, right? But then if you hit the Q,
Yeah.
that's good. So
Yeah.
that's the idea, is that if you go for that kind of punish, you have to have a reason that you can hit it 90 times out of 100 or something like that. Otherwise, you're losing out overall, right?
Yeah.
What? How about your support positioning? When can Jenna not just walk up randomly?
When I'm standing behind minions, because then she'll receive aggro because
Perfect.
of W.
Right? So she takes minion damage, you punish her immediately, right? Because she's taking extra damage. And also when your support is maybe in range to hit as well, right? She can't walk up if you and Karma are gonna hit her. So that's kind of the idea. And then the next thing we want to talk about is the Varus E. Is this Varus E good or bad?
That was a wait. Can you go back like 5 seconds? I didn't.
Like if Janet did not land her W and stuff, is this a good Varus E or not?
That's a bad Versi. That would miss if I didn't get hit by the W. If I hadn't got
I agree. Okay, sure. It might have missed, but let's say it hit even. Would that be considered good?
Usually you want to get an auto attack in as well, in my opinion.
Exactly. Right, so not good Varus E. So
no.
it's good that you stayed out of range of his autos, and you actually kind of got to bait out an E, which is good because that thing is like a 20-second cooldown.
Yeah.
Interesting play by him, but yeah, the real big one is making sure that you have a plan for when they walk up and poke you, right? It could be literally any champion. Have you seen Brand spam W, Xerath spam Q? What else is there? Dude, Days of Zyra and Karma. It's all kind of the same idea, right? Is that they're gonna try and do damage to you without any response, right?
Yeah.
So our goal is to A, not get hit no matter what, or B, hit them back when they do it.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
That's always like the big thing to work on, right? And it's like, oh, we only got hit once, but you know, notice how even though we only got hit once, it's already changing this lane, right? Look how much HP we have. So
yeah,
it's kind of dicey in terms of we're already losing the HP advantage in lane, right? Honestly, like in the past few years, this was not really a problem. Right, you got hit by that. It's not bad, right? It's not the end of the world. But now this season is like big punish. This is the season of like one mistake and now we're in trouble like this. Right now it's like, oh wait, he got hit too. One mistake and we're like losing a bunch of HP. This is a fat karma Q. Holy shit! That's a sick punish. That was good. Yeah, against Varus, you also don't want to trade, right? I think you're trying to look for some kind of cheeky.
Yeah, I was trying to look for the E there and the headshot.
That was a nice try. So we'll say the idea was good. Execution maybe could have been better, but I think the idea is good, right? And then we got the hit on Varus with Karma, but I think that laning phase could be going better, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So have you seen any of my other videos, coaching videos?
Yeah, I've watched like 2 of them, I think.
Do you hear me talk about like matchups and stuff?
Not really, no.
Okay, this is good tips.
That depends on what you mean with like matchups.
Like when I'm like categorizing different champions and you know what should you do against XYZ champions.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think I've heard about that kind of stuff. I took some notes to one of the videos you actually made.
Oh damn, nice. Then I guess if I ask, you know, what do you think Karma and Caitlyn are in terms of like what they want to do in lane? Like if I said in laning. The way I kind of describe laners falls into 4 categories, right? And then there would be like poke, there would be all in, there would be trading, and then there would be catch, right? So out of those 4 categories, let's say, you know, poke would be something like Jenna, who spams W on you, right? Yeah. Trading would be something like Nami. She wants to use her wave to out-sustain and trade, right? Something that's all in would be like Alistar, guaranteed CC, right? Guaranteed all in. And then the last one would be catch, right? Which is like fucking Blitzcrank. Everyone hates that shit. And Thresh and Morgana, right? Those are like catch, right? So in terms of those 4 categories, what is Karma? I guess.
Poke.
Yeah, primarily poke, right? Can she do anything else?
I mean, she could trade as well. She has the mantra W, if she wants to tank and to heal her up, sort of thing.
Right. I would say it is possible, but you never really see it because it's not effective. Right.
No, exactly. Yeah.
And then there's another lesser category she can fall into.
What are you saying?
What other category? Yeah. What other category can she kind of fall into as well?
Well, I guess the catch.
Yes. Right. Everyone's seen it. You fucking flash, speed herself up, and then tether someone. Right. We've all seen that before. So mostly now you know that you can categorize Karma as mostly poke and sometimes catch. Right, and then Caitlyn is more poke than anything else, right? Yep. So she doesn't really count as anything, unless you want to say traps can catch people. And then what about the enemies champions? Like what is Jenna? I guess.
Jenna's poke. I mean, poke and disengage mostly.
Right, poke. She can even do something like trading with her shield. Still actually an option. And then what about Varus?
I'd say he's an all-in champ. I mean, you really want to you really want to use your passive, or maybe no. I'd change it to trading, because you want to do short trades with your W. Yeah.
He can do trading and all in, right?
Yeah.
So
he used to be a good champ, but not anymore.
Yeah, not anymore. It's important because there was a time where actually I can't find the timestamp now, but you tried to trade with him, right? And under our kind of categorization of laning. We never want to trade with them, Right. So if I can find the timestamp, honestly, I don't know where I find the timestamp. But you tried to like cue him in the face, and then you auto attacked and pressed E, and you automatically lost, right? Because there's nothing you could do. Caitlyn can't really trade with Varus. You only really want to poke, push, that kind of stuff. And then this is a free gank.
Yeah, I had no vision there. I was waiting.
No. This is good, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about this. So if the jungler comes to your lane, enemy jungler, and ganks your ass and doesn't kill you, is that good or bad?
Oh, that's really good because we see topside as well. Like Bai's already up. Never mind, she's not doing anything up there, but you can do cross map plays basically.
Yeah, essentially. Yeah. Oh, usually it should be good. Here I guess Bai's already doing something, so maybe play more safe. But honestly, this is we call this like good result, right? Because we didn't die, right? That's
we didn't even use summoners actually. Wait, we used flash.
We did use flash, but
yeah, we did.
That should be fine, right? They don't have something like a blitzcrank or Morgana or blitz or anything like that that'll force on you if you have no flash. So should be happy with that kind of outcome. What is Karma doing? What the
tanking all the minions.
Seems good. All right, let's fast forward past this. Yeah, essentially, before the gank, we were losing out on control of the lane because we were taking too many trades. Right. That's how you figure it out. Is why are we not doing as well in lane as we should be? And the reason is matchup. Right. 9 times out of 10, it's because someone didn't play the matchup correctly. Right. Like here, this is a little bit different, but he's trying to trade on you while you're trying to hit last time minions. Before it was more like you were too close to get poked, or you try to trade with Varus, but you lose trades. Right. It's similar to how do you ever browse Reddit?
Do I ever what?
Do you ever browse Reddit?
Yeah, all the time.
Do you ever go on Summoner School?
Yes, I do.
And they're all like, how do I deal with Draven and XYZ? And then if you ever watch their gameplay, they like walk up to Draven and try and hit him. You know, that's fine because Draven's gonna win every single trade. And then they don't really know that. So most people are like, I have no idea how to play against Draven, and the reason is because you're like walking up and trying to hit him. Something like that. So it's the similar, not as punishing, but the same idea here is we're walking up trying to trade with Varus, but that's not what we want to do, right? What do we want to do?
We just want to sit back and poke.
Right, exactly. So you're like, Karma do everything, wait for Karma to find something, or you can try and hit Varus when he's going for a CS, but anything that's not along those lines better work, right? I'm not saying that it's true that there are always exceptions to every rule, right? Including matchups. But the exception is rare, right? And the rule is almost always going to be correct. So if you ever want to do something like walk up and trade, it's better be because you have like a jungler or a global or something. Oh no.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, this is real messy.
This is tragic. Oh
yeah,
no.
I remember that one.
Okay, let's see what's going on here.
I should have dipped, dude. I should have left.
Wow. Okay, we got the kill, but let me see.
Yeah.
So this is only because they have a Twist of Fate, I think.
Yeah.
Right.
I didn't see that actually.
This is just an issue with globals. Honestly, unless you see like globals every game, I wouldn't worry about that too much. But it's the same. It's honestly the same idea as, can someone gank me right now, right? Like, is this could be their enemy jungler? I actually don't know who their jungler is. Who's their jungler? Oh, it's Echo, right? Could be Echo too, honestly, right? So if they're missing on the map, you always want to pretend they're ganking you, right? And everyone always says that, everyone knows that, but the way to work on that is you say, ask yourself, what do I want to do right now? And you say you want to hit the tower, and then you say, can they stop me, right? That should be your thought process before you hit the tower, right? And then you say, oh, okay, we can have 3 people be bot right now, so we're gonna die if we hit the tower. That's how you know you want to run, right? But I wouldn't worry about this just yet. Honestly, it is a map awareness issue, but I think following up on the kill is good. So you just needed to get out. Yeah,
that's the main thing.
Let's see what's going on here. Pause. So we talked about matchups, and we categorized Janna as poke and Varus as trade and maybe all in. Does that change at level 6? Do they get any more categories at level 6 is the question.
Yes, they get catch potential.
Right. So
Varus.
If we walk up to this guy and Echo's here, are we gonna die?
Yes.
How do we know?
Because we don't have flash, so we're gonna get hit by Varus ultimate, and then we're gonna get CC chant, and then we're dead.
Right, we have no flash. Right, so that's the big one.
Yeah.
But I guess Echo's not coming for whatever reason. He's gonna go mid instead, which is nice. But yeah, that is definitely something you want to. Oh, he's coming for sure. Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, you definitely want to not be in ulti range, right?
Yeah, and I think I was disrespecting that a little bit.
Right, like here, right?
No, he used it earlier though.
Oh, what?
Yeah, he used it back when we died before.
Oh, what the hell? Oh, okay,
yeah,
okay.
During the TF, yep.
Okay, that makes sense. Then it's down until like now about-ish, I guess.
Yeah, about there, yep.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's nasty. That's so nasty.
Oh no.
I don't know.
No.
This is yeah.
So what how do we know we already lost? Why was I, how did I already know you guys lose this?
Because we're poke and like they're trading and all in and we're going all in. So
yes, big reason is matchup, right? What's the second reason?
Minion wave?
Say again?
Minion wave? Oh, never mind.
No. It didn't really do anything. Minion wave didn't really do anything, right?
I actually don't know.
If I say, where's the enemy jungler? What would you say?
Bot side?
Right. Or maybe he might not be bot side, but you don't know, so he has to be bot side, right?
Our bot side's like completely dark, so.
What happens if you trade with the enemy bot lane and they're gonna dive you? Well, actually, let's say this. Pretend they're gonna dive you. Do you want to trade with the enemy bot lane?
No.
And why is that?
Well, because they're stronger. They're 3v2, and wait, I'm a little bit confused. Wait, what do you mean? Can you repeat the question?
Right. So if the enemy, you assume the enemy jungler is diving you, right?
Yes.
What is better? You trade with their bot lane until everyone has 50 HP, right? Or you take 0 trades and then you defend with full HP.
We defend with full HP. Right.
And the obvious reason is because if everyone trades to 50 HP, the enemy bot lane just walks away and the jungler comes out and smites someone, right? And then they die.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's exactly. So if you think about it that way, the first indicator that tells you we don't want this is that our matchup says we don't want this, right? So you're always gonna lose this according to the matchup. And then the second is that they have more people, so you don't want to trade, right? Your job is to hold the fort down while your top side of the map is doing work, right? They're killing people. Look, they're killing top lane, they're killing TF. I don't know what they're doing, but they're doing some good stuff, right? All we have to do is make sure we don't give away the same thing that the enemy top is giving away, right?
I could have run away there too. That was so bad.
Right. But let's even if you do this trade, you guys get dove here, right?
Yeah. So
it was really back here where we tried to walk up and fight. Right.
Yeah.
Because few people know that you can use your ulti for different purposes, right? Varus doesn't need to use his ulti to kill you. What if he uses it now and gets a big trade off? Then you guys still have to leave tower and you lose the same amount of money you would have before, right? So the idea is one, always play with the matchup, right? So I think that'll help the most from what I'm seeing. And then, this other idea of, jungler could dive you, probably not something we need to worry about yet, but the big matchup idea is the matchup idea is the big one, right? I think that's what's it called? A common problem with not only most players, but players that play Caitlyn and who else? Honestly, Caitlyn's the big offender, right? Because not many people know that she doesn't fall into any of the categories except for like some poke and some catch, right? So you're gonna lose when it comes to everything else, essentially. So now we're just trying to pray to God that we stay alive, I guess. Not too much we can do. Here's the catch. Yeah, there's the catch. That was hot. That was really good. Very nice, very nice. And you had a jungler here, so everything was good. I think that if they had Echo, maybe this fight was good enough that you guys still win 3v3, so that was nice. You guys push bot, sure. Take this, push this. Okay, now what do you want to do?
I want to back.
And do what?
Buy items.
Okay.
And
where do you want to go after you back then?
I want to move towards Rift Herald or
Right, you
bot
want to
side again.
be in the vicinity of Rift Herald, right? Because
Okay.
let's say you go bot, what happens?
Then they swap lanes and then they do Rift Herald and then we lost a free objective.
Right, and not only that, but in solo queue, your team's gonna try and stop them, and then they're gonna lose 4v5. So
yeah,
everyone's gonna die, and then they're gonna lose Rift Herald. So yeah, we go to the side with Rift Herald, and then now that we know that, then what lane is better, mid or top in this game?
I don't know. Top. I mean, I'd go top. I think.
Right, I would say top because Talia can go in a side lane, but I think it's more effective for her to ulti top side than it is for her to ulti mid side. Right. So yeah, we want to base and go top.
Yeah. Jax wants to split push in the side lane as well. He's
right, exactly. Jax doesn't want to go mid, so.
No, exactly. Yep. Okay.
Yeah, the reason why we can't go top here is because we did it so late. So they pushed us in, and we have to go catch his way bot, right? That's the something you can look at after first tower is what do I want to do next, right? Immediately. Okay, I don't know what's going on the other side of the map, but this is 1v2, so you're gonna die if you stay, right? So we can't stay here, right?
Yeah, but I think I do.
Let's say, what's the worst case scenario? Let's say they don't even have TF. How do you win the dive? What's your plan?
I can't win a 3v1 dive because I'm gonna get CC chained by Varus and then into Echo stun and then I'm probably dead.
Right, there's nothing for you to do, right?
No.
So why is it, it seems unfair that we have to leave. Why is the game like this in terms of the map? What is your team doing that makes it so you can't do this?
They're getting mid instead, or they're fighting mid and getting Rift Herald.
Right, they're getting Rift Herald, right? They're already getting an objective, so we don't have to try and defend this because we already got something better, if that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
So,
they didn't even need Echo for that dive. I was.
Yeah, I think there's a something you want to look at is as you I think you know what you want to do in any given situation. You're like, oh, I want to push this wave, I want to hit this tower, I want to defend this tower. The second step is what you're missing is how do they stop me? Right.
Yeah.
Because they're just walking up and like hitting you. Right. So.
Yeah.
You must be super paranoid. You've seen everything in this game. You've played like hundreds of games. I'm pretty sure. I saw your OPGG, right? Yeah. You've seen it all, dude. You've seen it all. You see people die to Verisol. You see people die to Jhin, NATO, whatever. Echo stun, Echo EQ. You've seen it all. So you don't need me to tell you that what's the worst thing that could happen because it's happened to you before, right? It's happened to all of us. Now you have to be super paranoid about it. Right. You have to say, oh, if they can do this, they will do this, right? And then until you see otherwise, right? And then you see Echo topside or something, right? And then like this Jax is doing right now, right? He just Jax is just like trying to kill Poppy, and then the whole map is dark, and then someone's just gonna come up there and kill him, right? So it's like everyone's died to TF before, so that's just something you need to play around, right? If TF can never get an ulti off, then the pick was wasted, So yeah, that's kind of the idea is that when you look to do something, ask yourself, can they stop me? Like here, when you're pushing this out, how did they stop you?
They stopped me with Varus and Jenna, I guess. Like catch.
Coming through where?
Coming through. Well, either from the jungle or from like in lane, I guess. It's dark, so they could be walking through Tribrush and just flanking me from the river, I guess. Right.
I would say worst case scenario is either through the river or even this close bush next to you.
Yeah.
Right. So that would be instant death. All you have to do is auto attack R and then you're done.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, he was going for it too. Yeah, that was. I think you would have instantly died.
Yeah, but the thing was like
he has no Jenna.
But yeah,
he has no Jenna. Oh no! You actually.
Just running. Yeah.
Oh god! You guys actually lose the Jenna's in the bush, right? She just ultis in this.
Yeah.
Shit. Not like this, right? Well, at least we do get them, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the main thing I think you should worry about is what's the worst that could happen, right? Let's say if you knew that, then what would you do instead here?
I would back off. I mean,
do what?
I could go pick up mid farm. No, I mean Talia's already there, so.
Right, Talia's already there.
Go top because they're pushing that wave in, so I can catch that wave.
Okay, you could. That is, I think, an option here. You could also do Gromp, even though it's gonna hurt you a lot. But the main thing you're trying to do is test to see whether or not they're going to show, right? Let's say you know that the only way you die is Varus and Jhin in this bush. All of a sudden Jenna shows mid because she's trying to ward, then you can come back down here, right? After you do Grom. That's the idea. If they just camp this forever, then you just can't go push, right? Unless you have like Talia and Vi next to you or something like that. I don't know. Ping your team to come over or something. But that's the general idea, is that if you think they're going to pop out and try and kill you, then they will, right? They're going to. Whatever. Was it Murphy's Law? What can go wrong will go wrong, right? They are coming for your ass 24/7. That's what you should be thinking. Because if you don't think like that, you're always just gonna get punished by like this, right? I was about to say, one of my students the other game, there's Morgana sitting here. Worst case scenario, she throws a bind, right? What else could this be? It could be a Nivea, throw a wall behind you. You have to use flash. It could be so many things, right? In the mid lane. You have to be paranoid 24/7, right? Here's the common one, Sejuani over here, right? Sejuani is a common jungler, or Zac, right? How many times do you die to that shit? I've died to that a million times.
I hate Zac.
It's the same thing though, right? We've all seen it. He just jumps on your ass, presses Q, and then ulti. So it's nothing new. That's the important part, is that it's nothing new. So we can learn to expect it, if you know what I mean, right?
Yep.
So the question is always, what do you want at any given situation? And the second question is, can they stop me? And if they can, you have to come up with a counter plan, or don't do that thing, right? Do something else, because that's not an option, right? So here, we can't do. What can we do instead of doing this?
I don't know. Sit back and wait for the wave to crash.
Right, we can do that. We could wait for the waves to show up, because either someone's gonna show up on the minion wave, right? So you know where people are, or no one's gonna show up. And if you're really paranoid, you can just sit and wait for your team to come back, because your Talia is basing, right? But essentially anything that doesn't involve being in a spot where you can be punished, right? Because it may not look like you guys lost much, but what can they do if you guys lose this much HP?
They can do Inferno.
Right, and everyone gets pissed off when you lose Inferno Dragon, right? Or everyone's happy when you get Inferno Dragon, right? So there's also like a mental boom component to this kind of stuff too, right? Because you know, how many times do you last games because your team's like arguing or some stupid shit like that, and then you can ulti this guy.
Yeah,
what the fuck?
Yeah, he's getting away with 1 HP. It's so annoying.
No! Okay, that's tragic. Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
You had a nice look there. Right, so now Vi's being pushed out of Dragon Pit, and now she's gonna be very sad when she tries to stop it, right? She actually can't stop it, so I don't know what she's trying to do. Oh! One shot! Oh no, yeah, she's dead. I don't know what she's doing, but
yeah.
Right, so you see the fallout, right? Of being punished for trying to do something that is punishable, I guess. Wow, that didn't really make any sense. But that's the kind of idea, is that
they actually, I can't remember if they get it.
If they're trying to do it without smite, they might not get it. So I don't know what they're doing. Yeah, they don't have smite, do they? Oh,
I steal it.
Oh, Jesus Christ! What the?
Yeah, welcome to US Platinum, dude.
Nice, dude, nice. Well, I mean, like, your mechanics are not a problem, right? Look at this stuff, right? It's not bad. You're even getting out of, you know, this Echo trying to go on your ass, and you're good to go. Not bad, right? You can even flash his point blank Q. So the idea is that you're just getting punished because for laning, you weren't playing the matchup correctly, and for everything else, you're trying to do something, but it's almost like you didn't care or didn't know what they were gonna do in retaliation, right? Yeah, it's like
might be
like a common. Oh, sorry, what were you saying?
It might be a bit of both, to be honest. Like,
right,
I don't know if I'm disrespecting my opponents a little bit too much sometimes.
Right, you always want to give them the benefit of the doubt, right?
Yeah.
If they can do this thing, they will do this thing, right? It's like very common one is when AD carries try and hit the tower in the mid game, right? And then they get hit by Zac jump, and it's like, wow, how come I died? Well, it's because, you know, it's very obvious that Zac's gonna jump, so I don't know how you didn't think about it, or maybe you're like, oh, that jump's not gonna kill me, but it's always gonna kill you. So that's kind of the idea. What the hell was that?
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't cancel.
Interesting, right? So all you have to do is just capitalize on when they do stupid shit, right?
Yeah.
And then all we have to do to cover our mistakes is, sure, laning, we may not win lane, but it's not the end of the world, especially when we're still in platinum, right? Like, sure, even if we take bad trades sometimes, we're not going to automatically lose the game. The stuff that's going to swing the game is when we try and do stuff and then they come out and kill us, right? Like, when we saw you were running up mid, or when you were trying to hit tower bot in the TFO, or when they were when you saw a wave bot and you want to clear it, but you know Varus and Jhin could be there, you know, etc., etc. Those kinds of things are what's going to swing the game in their favor. Like what is this Vi doing right now, right? This is actually a different topic. She's actually trying to fight 4v5, right? So instant dead, nothing you can do. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Oh baby, oh
yeah,
my,
he's inting.
God.
that was yeah. My MMR is really questionable.
I mean, it's free money, I guess. Yeah. So I think, you know, at this rank, it's all about, you know, can you minimize throws, because the other team is gonna do some stupid shit like you just saw, right?
Yeah. So just sit back and wait for the enemies to throw. Just
right. That is a viable option at this rank, right? It's very, very viable. Like in NA, I did that to Challenger, right? I don't have to do it. I literally didn't do anything. And even though I wasn't the best player, at least I didn't have big throws, right? Now that I know more, I can try and eke out more advantages. But back in the day, I was just like, I don't know what to do, so I'm just going to sit here and make sure I don't die to their engage, right? That's the kind of idea that you need to work on, because if you die to a native engage, you can't do anything, really, right? You've already thrown... you've already thrown the next like minute for your team. Like the game is changed for like until your spawn, right? So yeah, it's super important to make sure that we minimize these kinds of mistakes. Like here, can this be punishable? And how?
I mean, if Varus ults me, and we see Echo down there, they could once again turn it into CC chain. I don't have flash.
Right. So this could be what is this? Echo's right here, and you're still staying here, right? So what if this is Varus R flash and then Echo flash E's, right? So you need to come up with a way they can stop you, right? And then only when you can't figure out a way is when you can go, right? Or you have a plan for when they do that, right? So let's say you know that there's only one way they're gonna ever kill you, and it's if Varus flash R's you, right? So what's your plan? You're going to fake hit a minion and then E sideways while he does it, right? That would be an idea. That would be an example of how you can, you know, read what they're gonna do and then outplay it. But if you can't come up with that, you don't do this thing, right? That's kind of the idea, right? Unless you know for whatever reason you're safe to do so, you don't do it, right? Because let's say he does it, and then you say, oh, they're forcing so hard they lose. Well, not necessarily true, because Vi has no health, the camera has no value, and your mid laner is not here and your top laner is dead, right? So it's 2v5 essentially. Nothing you can do. So that's kind of the idea, I think. You should work on, right? Is making sure you are super paranoid about how they can stop you or engage on you, because you know we're in a super dangerous spot still. I think, like right here, right? What do we do if they ulti us? It'll be super dicey.
We died. Yeah.
Oh yeah, here we go. You baited it out. So if your plan is like, oh, we're gonna sidestep it or something like that, you can go for it.
It's gonna do it. Yeah.
But you know, if he had our flash, we'd be done so for sure. Oh, we actually still die here if we're not careful.
No.
Someone's dying here. We're gonna lose Baron, right? So unless you can kill someone here, we're gonna lose Baron.
We still die. Yeah, we still die. Yep.
Maybe Talia can carry this because they're chasing super hard. But
oh yeah, I actually mixed the games up. I think I win this one.
Right. Talia can carry this from the side. Oh my god, she actually fucked up. So yeah, that's the idea, is that we can't don't just like focus on not throwing, if that makes any sense. The idea is that, you know, what is your job as an AD carry? Like let's back it up here. All right, so what's your job as an AD carry, right, in this kind of situation where it's a mid game, we have 2 items, do we have enough money to carry the game?
Not yet, no.
I'd agree. So what's your job?
Farm.
Is your job to try and like hit people when they're trying to clear the wave and try and poke them out and stuff like that? Or what would you say your job is? Like, is this your job? Like the main job. Is this your main job?
No, I should be
trying to apply pressure.
Yeah.
You don't have to necessarily be in a side wave, but
clearing minions and farming, I guess.
Right. If you want, your job is to make money, right? So anything other than that is secondary. And not only is it secondary, but if it doesn't work, you're throwing. So one is accomplish your main job, and two is look for something like this if you think that it is 100% good, right?
Okay.
Otherwise, not only do we not get to do our secondary or our primary objective, but we also lost time in terms of making money, right? So if you look at our farm, we have no money essentially.
Yeah, we're getting out CS super hard this game. This is one of the biggest problems in this game, if I remember correctly.
The way to make money is, you know, what's the most effective way to make money? Do you know, as an AD carry?
A farm. I mean, 16 minions equals a kill.
But how do you farm, right? What's the standard? Do you know like the standard way to do it? Like how do you get 220 farm at 23 minutes?
I don't know. Wave control?
You do exactly what you just did, right? Which is right
push
here.
The waves and back off and wait for them.
You push the wave to what point?
Past the river point. After that, so we're extending.
And why do we say past the river?
Because we don't have vision on our left side. And they have a TF.
The big reason, one of the biggest reasons is if you push it past the river, it is coming back to you.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Does that make sense?
Yeah,
so let's say we don't push it past the river, then our minions are killing the enemy minions and we're losing all that money, right? So we push it past the river to avoid that, or rather, so we can get all the money now and then get the money later, right? We're not missing any minions. So anytime you do something after you push and it doesn't work, you're losing like a bunch of waves, right? All you have to do is just push past the river. That's your job, right? That's all you need to do. And then let's say, for example, you're playing against Varus. So if you try and push, he's gonna ulti you, so you die. What do? You can't push, right?
Can you repeat that question?
Let's say you want to push, but you can't push because Varus is just gonna ulti you. So what do?
Yeah, I back off.
Until when?
Wait. Until I either have my team or like, wait, I don't know. I don't get
so what is Varus gonna do? I guess.
I mean, he's gonna try and fight me.
Oh, let's say you're like sitting on your tower. So what is he gonna do when?
Sit back, auto attack me, and try to poke me out.
What is he gonna do to the minions? I guess.
Oh, he's gonna shove him in.
Right, he's gonna push, right?
Because yeah, of course.
That's what he wants to do. So when he pushes, you clear, and then that's your job. Instead of pushing, you turn into we need to clear the wave, right?
Yeah.
But the bottom line is that your job is to make money. It's not to do damage or anything like that. It's to make money, right? Everything else is secondary, right? Like putting traps down for objectives, very good. But and also a reason why you pick Caitlyn. But let's say you do that and you have no money, then it kind of moot because when they step on it, you do no damage, right? So your main goal is to make money. It doesn't matter what lane, as long as you are able to push a lane out, right? The only exception is when they have like Talon, Rengar, Zed, whatever, and you have no way to stop it. So you can't push or go to a side wave. In that case, you guys try and group and make something happen, right? That's a different kind of game. But oh no.
Yeah, this is really awkward. This is super awkward. I had the opportunity to flash over, but instead.
Well, what's the big issue here?
Well, I didn't think about what the enemy could do to stop this push.
Right.
So they could be in that bush, right?
Right.
And I didn't think about that.
They could be in here, TF ulti here. They could also be right over around this area. Yeah. And if they are, then this is just 5v3 and you guys just die and lose Baron, right? So it's the same thing in terms of what you need to be thinking in game is the way you work on this is update your thought process, right? First step is, what do I want at this moment? You want to push this wave. Second step is, can I come up with a single way they can stop me? Right? And then if they can, you don't do that move, right? So think of it like chess. Have you played chess before?
Yeah, I used to play. It's been a while ago, but I used to play a lot when I was a kid.
Right. So I guess like a hypothetical idea would be like, this looks like a really good move, but if I do this, he can fork my queen and king, right, with his knight. So do you do that move? Of course not, right? Because he's that's like banking on him not seeing like the easiest move ever or whatever, right? So right, that's definitely not how you play chess because instant punish there. It's the same thing here, right? It's actually the same idea. Is that if there is a punish you can think of, they can think of it too, right? So that's what you need to work on. Is I think you know what you want to do, right? Oh, I want to push this, but then it's like you're not stopping to think about how they can stop you.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's the major problem that I do a lot of the times. That's also why I end up with a lot of deaths. I feel.
Right. Exactly. That's actually all 5 of your deaths essentially.
Yeah.
Is this kind of one idea? And then once you can start avoiding these deaths, you can start making money, right?
Okay.
And then now your team's doing some crazy shit. You guys are gonna lose Baron, right? Fast forward. We all know how this ends because unless you can stop this, you know, unless they throw Baron. Yeah, see they get Baron, right? So it's really all about making sure we don't end up doing like throw mistake, if that makes any sense. We don't end up throwing. I think we just die here if we're not careful. Oh, they're not over the wall. Oh yeah, he's over the wall. Oh yeah, okay. I was like, where did he go? Where did he go? Like, did he base? No, he's just over the wall, right? So I'm doing the same thing. When I watch you, I'm saying, oh, what's the worst thing I could have right here? And then it's Echo over the wall, right? I was actually thinking Echo and Varus, but we just saw Varus up here or something. So I was like, oh, someone else, and then it was. That's the thing. That's the mindset you should try and develop. Is what's the worst case scenario, right? Because it's gonna happen every time. Every time it's gonna happen, right? Yeah. The only time it doesn't happen is if they like DC, right? Or they're boosted, actually like literally boosted, so they missed like their ulti or something like that. So that's literally the only time you're not gonna get punished. Like, if you think about it and you watch your replays, is very consistent in terms of what's gonna happen, right? Like this Jenna, this Jenna is like, I don't know, this Jax is walking up from the side. So what does she expect? She actually got ulti by Talia wall. So
yeah, that was the only pretty clean ult right there.
Yeah, the only time dying to something like this is acceptable is if something weird like that happens, right? When something you've never seen before, like getting bounced by Talia wall, right? That would be, we'll consider that acceptable for now, right? But if it happens like 2-3 times, then it's like, oh, now you gotta start expecting it, right? Oh my god. I don't know. See, it's like, what is TF thinking when he ports in next to you?
I don't know. This TF was really questionable.
Right, it's like he just dies for free, right? So it's the same idea.
He in 2 drops too. That's amazing.
I think Platinum is the rank where many people think that they know what they're doing is right, but what they're doing is like doesn't make sense, right? So like TF, what's going through TF's mind is like, oh, I'm just gonna kill this Talia, right? And then it'll be worth. But I don't think it really works that way. He's completely
tunnel visioned right here.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like they're not. It's not very clean plays, if that makes any sense. I don't really know what I'm watching, but it's kind of the same idea for a lot of these players, is that they're just like fighting without really thinking what can go wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Like this, right? We're fighting, but what does our matchup say?
We don't want to trade, but so that's why I back out right here.
Right. But what does our matchup say? In terms of remember how you're like he's also all in, right? So he's more all in now than he is trade. So when you walk up to him, we know you lose this because he's all in, right? So then the idea is, oh, how do we beat Varus if he's all in? That's unfair. How do we beat Varus?
By sticking to your max range and not walking up close.
Right, you can poke him from max distance. What else? You have a few ways to do this, I guess.
I mean, so I could just sit back, use my Qs, and
right, but Q's not really gonna do any damage.
No, it's true.
It's not gonna guarantee a win. So other ways you can do this is, you know that let's come up with an example. So you're playing against Alistar and you're playing Jenna, and he starts walking towards you. What is he gonna do?
He's gonna combo me. So
right. So if he's all in, he knows he wins this, and he's gonna try and one shot you. He's gonna walk straight at you. So what are you gonna? You can do a lot of things here. What can you do?
I'm just gonna walk straight backwards.
Okay, you can do that, and you'll never get hit. That's good.
Yeah.
What else?
I could punish. No, I can't really punish in this situation. I feel like so. I mean,
if he's walking in a straight line, how can you punish with your abilities?
Oh, I could place traps.
Right, you can put a trap down, and he's going to right click you, and he loses because you're staying at max range. Right, he's walking straight at you, he loses. You can do this 4 times. Right, he'll fall for it like the 3rd time or something at least. And then you can also fake going for an all-in. Right, you can fake pretend making a mistake, and then you auto attack an E, and that's a win. Right, we'll say that's a win because your net trade is actually better than anything he has. Right, if you land your E, because now it headshots. Right, have you seen headshot crit? Static shift rapid fire, right? That shit will destroy him, right? So that's another thing you do, right? So anything, the main thing we're trying to point out here though is anything that doesn't include all in, because you lose that, right? So anything that doesn't include that, right? He actually almost kills everyone here. Actually, He might have been. Oh, he missed his Q. Did you see that?
Wait.
You see this? He could have killed someone here.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's because of Poppy though. She knocks him out. Look at that. Knocks him away. Yeah,
it's kind of strange. I don't know, but right, there is a lot of things. He could have definitely screwed everyone over, right? So that could have been really dicey. It's the same idea though. This is kind of hard to keep track of matchup in the late game, but it's a similar idea, right? I would worry about this section of the game less than the mid game stuff, because the mid game is what's holding you back. I think, right? Is that we are much less effective than we should be because of all the stuff that happened. Like you even have Gathering Storm, right? Like all you have to do, you wait for 50 minutes, the game is over. You just hit someone with a trap, and you don't have to worry about anything. So that's really your goal: is make money, right, and scale, right? You don't really care about anything else unless it's the freest thing and there's no punish, right? That's the only time you want to do something else. So let's say someone got caught. Okay, nice. And then everyone's pushing mid. Oh, another person got caught. Echo stun actually kills us, I think. Oh no, we have QSS. So no, we're good. That's you're trying to bait his ass. That's good. That's good. And then it's 4v5, so you automatically win this, right? There's no way they can possibly win. All you have to do is just net forward or some shit and they die. Okay, nice try, whatever. You can't win because they have less people. Sure. I think that you can't even. I don't think we can even talk about that yet because we just died to gank too much. So I'm not sure if you play around man advantage, but I think so far we've been doing a good job. Maybe. It's just make sure we're not.
Yeah, I do too many risky things. I think that's my major problem as well. And then I just end up getting put too far behind. Like we saw in the laning phase, right? I was like completely fucked during the entire laning phase.
So what's the punish here? So there's like a matchup thing, and then there's like a how do you get punished when you do this thing? So if you're let's say we did this coaching session already, you're in this game, we pause right now. What can punish you, right? What are you trying to do right here? Actually, that's the first step.
I'm trying to hit him with my rapid fire cannon shot.
And then the second thought process is the second line of reasoning is how can they stop you? So what's the worst case scenario?
He's gonna ult me. Echo is standing at blue buff because that shit is spawning real soon. So he's gonna W behind me and E me and I'm dead.
Okay, I would say that's acceptable. You died to that. What else can you die to? Well, as long as you can figure out one thing, you really want to base. But there's another one that I'm thinking of.
TF.
Okay, yeah, that's a really good one too. And I'm also thinking of TP behind you, right?
Yeah.
So any of these things. So not only is there more than one way, there's like not only is there one way, there's like 5 different ways we die.
Yeah.
So if there's even a single way you get punished, you don't want to do that thing, right?
Okay.
That's the kind of idea. And then you can say something like, oh, TFLD doesn't count because I'm going to QSS it, right? Then you can eliminate that possibility because it doesn't work. Something like that. But unless you can come up with a way to beat their response, you can't do the thing, right? Otherwise, you always lose. Let's see what's going on here. And then
I do a real fail play. Yeah.
Okay, we're still good. So I guess our plan is to use QSS for TF stun or Varus ulti, sure. Could it even be Echo stun? We don't even really have to hit the tower, but you know we would like to. Oh my God, she's okay. Good. Okay.
Yeah, she didn't go in. She didn't go in. No.
What the hell? You guys are just sieging, sure. Seems like an easy game now. All you have to do is wait for.
Yeah, she died. Yeah, I don't know how. I can't remember. Oh, so, right.
Let's pretend we're Vi, and she wants to hit the tower. What's the worst thing that could happen?
CC chain. She's dead for sure. She has no QSS.
Yeah, I don't know what she's doing, right? So, it's the same idea at this rank, right? People randomly die. You just have to be not one of those people who randomly die, right? And you're good to go. Like, look at this. Echo. What is this? What is this Echo Flash? Check this out. Holy shit. You see this? Are you kidding me? And Varus steps on a trap. See, all you have to do is make sure you're not doing what these guys are doing, and you're good to go, right?
Yeah.
This is also 45, so you want to get out.
I do a horrible play right there. Like the flash.
Wait, why do we flash forward?
Yeah, because I get the Varus E slows me, and then I get minion block. Then I don't know. I panic. I completely tunnel vision during that fight. I remember that. And then I die.
No. Yeah, right. So how can we die here? What's the idea behind this stat? There are a few things, but
this I don't know. First of all, I use my flash aggressively. And I'm standing in the middle of a stun, so I can't really get close to him. And then I get too close, so I end up dying.
So I guess in terms of what we talked about today, what was the mistake with this section?
I'm not looking at like what they could do, sort of thing. I didn't expect him to like completely nuke me.
Well, we know he wins all in, right?
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It's still the same idea.
I should focus on the matchup because I'm not playing to my range advantage.
Right.
In fact, I'm standing right at his range, so he just free fires at me and I die.
Right, you're doing what he wants, what his ideal is, right? So you always want to avoid that and play to your ideal, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of the same idea. Another thing you would say is that there is an item disadvantage, but matchup will matter more than the item disadvantage most of the time, right? Otherwise, when someone got an advantage, they would automatically win the game, and that would be stupid, right? So it's always about how you play rather than anything else, really. Okay, what's going on here? They're trying to push mid. You guys can defend, I hope. Defending, sure. Okay, now that we're at 6 items, our job turns from making money into what? Carrying
the game.
Right. We need to win team fights for our team.
Yeah.
So, I guess this is the team fighting stage. Oh, very nice poke. I don't know how I feel about that net, but
this ends the game, by the way. This is
you guys already won because you killed someone. Yeah. So all you have to do is let's take a look at this, right? So here's the poke that we're talking about, right? You win because you're poking him, right, from max range, and he can't all in you for whatever reason. So I think the idea is simple for you. In terms of what we saw in this game is one, play according to the matchup, right? If they want to trade, you do not want to trade. If they want to all in, you do not want to all in. If you want to all in, you want to all in them, right? Etc. And then post laning phase, you ask yourself, how can they stop me in any given situation, right? So if you watch this one, I think we'll see a lot of the same.
Yeah, it's a lot of the same. This one is a loss. I remember this one.
So in terms of matchups, what does Jhin Morgana want to do in terms of all in, trade, poke, catch?
Catch for sure. We have a really good CC chain down below.
Hell yeah, you got that Jhin W, you got that Morg binding. You catch them, they're gonna lose all their HP. And then what do they want to do?
They want to trade. They have Nami, so they're gonna want to trade.
Exactly, they're gonna trade. And then what else can Nami do? I guess.
I guess you can poke, like with their W, sort of.
I would say you don't really see
catch.
that.
Sorry.
Right? Yeah,
sorry.
she wants to catch with her bubble, right? And then you have Morgana shield for the catch, so you guys are good to go.
Yeah.
All you really have to do is say we don't want to trade unless this trade is so good it beats their heal. So walking up is probably not recommended, right?
Yeah, like that. This is another. Exactly. I have a poor laning phase in this game too. Another example of also why I included this one.
So one thing that's important to note is that Jhin is like Varus in terms of he wants to trade, right, as an AD carry. But support trading will always beat ADC trading.
Yeah, that's stupid.
That's something very important to know. This only matters if you have what's it called? It doesn't only matter, but it matters more when the enemy support isn't like full trade, right? Then you could be like, oh, we want to trade because I have 4 shot and stuff like that. But yeah, all we have to do is just wait for Morg binding, or we try and find the route to let Morg bind. And anytime we take a wave to the face without response, that's probably not good, right? So if you don't have to last hit this, you shouldn't walk up, right? You should even probably give it up because you guys are just gonna lose the laning phase, like if you try and get it, right? So
we do lose the laning phase.
Behind catch, what's the idea?
The idea behind the catch?
Right. I mean, how do you play with a catch support? Like, let's look at level 1 real quick.
Oh, you wait for them to do things, I guess.
Right. So she misses bind. Now what do you do?
I should back out instead of moving up.
You can't do anything. Literally useless support right now because she has no cooldowns. Right. Okay. Literally cannot do anything. Right. So that's the idea, is that behind catch supports they must go first. Right. Because what happens if they don't go first and you guys all in, and then they flash the binding, right? And it's like, oh, it's over, right? Unless you can guarantee like CC, like you bind first and then she binds. That would be like an exception to the rule. But usually you want them to go first. So every time she misses bind, you shouldn't walk up to last hit, right? She has no bind here, don't walk up, right? Like in this case, we really can't do anything. Okay, so we're not too far up, but every time she misses, I think that you are still walking up like she still has it. Like this, right? So you still walk up, right? It's the same idea. Is the matchup. Again, with catch supports, they have to go first. Like that's one of the reasons why so many people have issues playing with like Bard or something, right? Because Bard needs to go first, or he needs to trade or something like that. And then they try and fight, and all of a sudden Bard misses Q, and they're like, Bard, why'd you miss Q? Well, you know how hard it is to miss Q when they're all-inning? It's actually almost impossible to hit it, right? Especially when they're gonna flash it. So can't really blame the support. It's about the situation that we created. So same thing with Morgana, right? A lot of people have issues playing with this champion because they always try and play the same when Morgan binding is down. They're like, doesn't make sense. So in this lane, all you want to do is wait for binding and try and farm, right? No trades, no trades, no trades, no trades, and obviously like try and dodge Ezreal Q if he's aiming you, right? The only time you would like say trade with Nami, like quote unquote make a mistake, is if you're trying to bait her into getting bound, or you know there's 2v3. Essentially, if there's an exception to the rule, then you can look to fake trade. You know what I'm saying? Not really a trade, but every time that you don't have an exception to the rule and you try and trade, something like this happens, and then
we get punished really hard for this.
Now you can't do anything, right? So you already know. I don't think. Oh my God! E forward. Jesus Christ.
This is
So he's doing the same thing you were doing last game in terms of he's not thinking about what could go wrong, right? He's just fucking E forward and then insta die. Interesting. I guess lucky for us, right? Look how important that idea we talked about is, because even though laning phase went suboptimally for us, they just like threw it away. Yeah. Like instantly.
So as long as we don't die and try not to get too low, like wait for them to throw, that kind of thing.
Similar, but you should try and avoid the idea of let's just stop dying. It's more about let's play our matchup correct, or try and play out the matchup correct, right? Because let's say you have a trading matchup and you're like, oh, let's not die, so I never want to trade. That's not quite correct either, right? So think about it in terms of play to how you think the matchup should go, and then you'll learn whether or not that's correct by our trade went wrong or XYZ. You know, they're actually all in. You know, Varys is actually all in because he did XYZ thing. And then after that, you always want to make sure that you're paranoid about how they kill you, right? So those two things kind of make up, you know, the sum of what you need to work on, I think, right? Because everything else is relatively good. Oh, you can hit this guy, right?
Yeah, I can't remember why I didn't hit them. Oh right, because jungler. I was scared of. I don't know. I didn't step up because I saw the thingy. Wait, what was that? Ours.
Right, we can press W or something like that. But sure, if we're afraid of the jungler, then we can say we want to play safe. But we have so many minions. You can tell if the jungler is coming if they start walking up, right? That's one thing to note as well. Who is their jungler? I don't even know.
I can't remember. He's like non-existent for the first couple.
Oh my God, these bindings. What is going on? I hope he's lagging.
That was I don't think
something like that.
Oh, this was annoying. I remember this one. I completely forgot about the Nami ultimate.
Yeah, it's kind of awkward.
Yeah, that was really awkward. It's like instantly canceled.
That's awkward. It also could have been a bubble too. So I wouldn't worry about that too much. That's less important, honestly. It's just always save your ulti, I guess, you know, if they can cancel it or something like that. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. That's more of a mechanics fighting thing. I don't think you've had too many issues with fighting, right? Mechanics.
No, I don't have I feel like I don't have like that many mechanical problems. It's more like the mindset or like how I think about things or don't think about things.
Agreed. So I wouldn't worry about that too much. If I were to tell you how you could work on that, I would say something like, use your W first and hold on to your ulti, right? Until you know, oh, here we go. That's spicy. This is going to be free because she missed everything, right? And you guys already got the catch off. So you should win this. All you have to do is run away and ulti them and you win. Yeah. Right? So based on the matchup, we already know that this is either going to go even, right? Everyone gets away, or you win. That's what we want, right? Is playing to the matchup is always correct, right? Pretty much always correct. Unless they have like more people or something. Oh, there we go. See, you got the kill. All you gotta do is just focus on how you think the matchup should be played, and then play like that, right? And then it's weird because, you know, at first you would be doing stuff like staying super far back so you don't get traded on, but that's actually how you're supposed to play, right? Because getting traded on is a mistake in terms of 2v2, right? And they have trade, you have catch, etc., etc. That's exactly what you don't want to do is trade. So if you ever watch like streams or replays of like challenger players and you say, oh, they're doing some like weird things, it's because we're trying to play the matchup out in a certain way, right? That's usually what's going on in laning phase, right? I think we're getting poked out here though. It's kind of awkward. Might want to watch out for Ezreal Qs, right? He's just dashing in, dude. He's actually gonna die. What is he doing? Oh, okay. Morgana has no binding, I guess. Wait, she can just ulti him too. Interesting. Didn't look clean, I guess, so Morg didn't go for it. That's fine. Oh, what's going on here? Okay, went for a bind.
I stepped up a little bit too close there.
We got caught, right? Oh, Jesus. Oh, I think you can ulti this Nami, so we're still good.
Yeah.
So, even though it wasn't perfect, it was overall okay, right? You're just gonna kill this guy. This is 1v3. Don't die to Timo, though. Oh.
No, I run away.
Sure. Not bad. Right, so we have no real problems when the match out is played relatively well, right? That's really what's going on here. So let's fast forward to mid-game stuff, or let's say maybe try and hit the tower, see what's going on.
Yeah, I can't remember what lost us this game, to be honest.
Here you go. Can anything go wrong when you try and hit the tower?
Yes.
So what can go wrong? When we say what can go wrong, we have to specify. So that, let's say, we're saying mid lane is gonna come roam, and then the instant we see mid lane on the map, we know that they can't kill us, right? So what's gonna kill us here?
Well, first of all, mid lane's missing, the jungler's missing. Nami's engaged with the wave isn't that big of a deal in terms of us, because we have the black shield to protect us. But the fact that the entire bot side is dark means that there can be both the jungler and the mid laner to roam on us.
So I'd say something like maybe both of them come through Trebush, right?
Yeah, they have a Predator Yi, so he comes super fast.
Oh, I see. So then I would say that actually might kill. Oh, he just comes through the Trebush, right? So yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. There's only one guy, so you're okay, right? So how do we know that you're okay? I was like, the only way he dies is if there are two people. Wait, we actually got hit by that. What the heck?
We do die.
Oh,
do die.
What the heck? Wait, hold on. So it's because we have no Morgana shield. What face? Oh,
yeah, she used it so early. I don't know why she did that. That was and I was like, to bind, but I think.
I also think you could have like, if you had dodged this, I think you're out, right?
Yeah. So I should have run sideways, but I was trying to avoid Timo. I think in my head.
That's awkward.
Yeah. I don't know. I was avoiding, and then I don't hit him, and then I use my W, and then after that, it's just. No.
Right.
I was already dead at that point.
But honestly, the idea is still the same in terms of what could go wrong, right? And then in this case, you would say, oh, this is unlucky because Morgana did that thing, and then we got hit by waves, so we should have been okay. But it's still the thing you should be working on, right? Yeah. Is that idea? And then if you say we should have been okay, but XYZ went wrong, that's fine. Yeah. Right. Like Morgana like had no black shield or whatever, then it's like kind of awkward. In which case, you just say next time we'll depend on our teammates less and pretend we don't have a black shield. And then if we get black shielded, we're lucky, right? So taking tower. This time we have so many wards and Kha'Zix is here that there's no way they can stop us, right? Something like that.
This is bullshit. Yeah, this is complete bullshit, by the way. Like, I thought he already used his ultimate. And he, like, because I saw the Predator earlier, but I just get completely destroyed by this guy.
Kha'Zix can kill. Should be okay. Not the end of the world. Maybe could have healed or something, honestly. I wouldn't worry about this too much. Honestly, you could like sit on your tower too, but I wouldn't worry about that too much. Yeah. Not something you need to worry about. Yeah. Yeah. That's just like when it's like one-off mistakes. You don't care about those as much as the mistakes we're making more frequently. You know what I'm saying? Oh, this is a free heal. Oh, you didn't even have to heal. Kha'Zix OP. Just push, and then it's the same thing with Jhin, right? What's your job? You're just trying to make money. Push, and then do something else. Okay, good. Sure, you can do dragon. That's fine. Go back to pushing. Nice. Oh, okay. We're trying to catch someone here. Oh, that Nami's free. What?
Yeah, but she's like more yeah, I don't know.
Whatever, it doesn't matter. That's why we always let them go first, right? To see if they can actually land anything. Sure, we push this out. Why is Gangplank here?
I don't know.
No, whatever. Push this again. You can even. We're starting to get to the point where we can go somewhere else, right? So how come we know we can go somewhere else? If I say you should be mid, why would I say that?
Because the wave is bouncing back. I think, is it?
In terms of lane assignments.
Oh, I don't know.
Who's better in a side lane? Echo or you?
Yeah, definitely me. Definitely me. I think it's
in a side. No, in a side lane. In a side lane.
Oh, in a side lane?
Yeah. Who's better?
Yeah, it's Echo.
Right, and then how about you or Gangplank?
It's still GP, I'd say.
Yeah, GP definitely in a side lane, right?
Yeah.
Because he wants to split push.
Yeah.
And then by process of elimination, we know that we should be mid, right? In terms of lane assignments. So when Gangplank was coming down, I think we wanted to swap. Wait, what happened here? This catch didn't work, so we know this loses, right? We didn't catch them, so we're trying to all in.
Yeah, Morgana.
It's the matchup. Same thing. Same thing. We actually shouldn't have ulted here because you're not gonna get anything, right? So we know that purely based off matchup, you don't even have to worry about landing stuff or XYZ. Is that if you miss your catch, you're not gonna win, right? Is how you should think. So sure, push this out. We're gonna go mid, I hope. Mid's also next to Baron too, so yeah, you want to be mid for sure. Honestly, I wouldn't worry about lane assignments yet, because that is not the end of the world yet, right? As long as you're getting a lane, I'm happy. So yeah, as long as you're able to push a lane, we're happy with whatever. Okay, we're gonna go mid because something's going on. Okay, nothing's happening here. Oh, okay, maybe something's happening here.
Yeah, I get the catch on the Cho'Gath, I think.
Oh, this is a free LT on Nami soon.
Yeah. I think I use it on.
Easy. Doesn't matter. You do whatever you want. Get Baron. Oh wait, we do go for Nami. Okay, whatever.
Yeah,
I probably would have saved it, but whatever.
I think we get the flash as well. I don't know, or someone else dies.
Can't really Baron.
No, I get
can he punish you?
Yeah, I die here because I step on a Teemo shroom.
Oh.
And that's like half my HP because
how
League of Legends works.
Yeah,
we give up Inferno on this one.
You guys do. Oh, Teemo killed your jungler. That's why.
Yeah. Wait, do we win this one too? I can't even.
That would have made. You can't. I don't think you win this unless Echo like one shot someone. Yep. You guys lose this. Sure. Oh, my Gangplank carry.
Yeah. I remember this one.
You guys are all dead.
Yeah, I should have. I could have hit the Scryer's Bloom to get the vision instead of walking that far up because I had rapid fire cannon. I remember thinking about this mistake.
I think we're just super low HP, so
yeah, it's a little risky to walk up. I shouldn't.
Yeah, you should be cautious about trying to help. And then let's see what's going on. Push mid, sure. So this game has had a lot less, if any, of the we die because they're just ganking us kind of concept. So I think we're doing a lot better than we were in the previous game in terms of that, right? Would you agree?
Yeah, but
you had 3 items.
I also think it has a little bit more something to do with the jungler, to be honest, because this jungler was just like mostly perma farming, so he didn't really do a lot of gank spot lane, so I didn't get caught out that much. But I don't know.
And then we got Baron. That's nice. Wait, hold on. Okay, let's talk about this post mid game stuff. Let's see. You want to push out mid, and then
there's a fight with
what are you trying to buy? Okay, I guess you don't want to base. Sure, we didn't base. Oh, okay. I guess we are basing. There's a long ass base. Wait, how come we couldn't base earlier?
I think I go bot, and then I realize Echo wants bot too.
So what do you need to buy? Okay, after you get Baron,
I should have just reset instantly.
Right. Unless you need to finish an item, right? Because the idea is that you need to be with your team so that you guys can immediately start doing something, right?
Yeah.
Because if you base now, right, then it's like, what if you know, a fight breaks out, right? Let's say Morgana finds a really good catch, but they can't go on it. Then it's like a lost opportunity, right? So it's kind of awkward. But honestly, still not the end of the world. I'll just say, unless you have an item to finish, you should just base, right? You see two people bot, so you can hit this for free. But Kha'Zix is not here. This guy's gonna die. Nice, easy. And then you guys can just push because they just had someone suicide, right?
Game 2, I think. Yeah, I just took 2 random games. I couldn't remember if I lost them or won them.
That's fine. That's fine. So yeah, this idea is essentially proof of concept of what we were talking about. The mistakes we made this game were, I think one of them was like matchup based. Wait, how do we die 3 times? Hold up. We died once to walking out because we had no HP. That's kind of awkward.
Yeah, then we died because he was bot lane during
right. But we'll say that's fine because there's like some 3v3.
Yeah, but I can't remember what the last one was. That was, I actually don't remember.
I don't even know. But as you can see that everything's going well because, you know, they're just dying first, right? Nami's getting caught or someone on their team is killing themselves first, so you guys win, right?
Yeah, I have my Rage Blade, so it's basically GG at this point.
Right. So I don't think we really have too many issues fighting. It's essentially that idea of, oh wait, what's going on here?
Don't. Yeah, I know. That was
Okay, maybe we do have issues fighting. Okay, so you want to?
I honestly don't know.
Okay, I think to fix these team fighting issues, because we saw this when you like flashed in with Caitlyn or something. You want to? What's your goal in a team fight?
I want to survive and output as much damage as possible.
Okay, yes. And then how do you do that?
By staying safe and not flashing forward.
Who do you hit, I guess, is the obvious question.
I hit the target in front of me, like the closest target.
The closest guy. Okay, who's the closest guy now?
Timo.
Right, so you're on a runaway, so you can hit Timo. Okay, I think we just
I know.
Oh no! Right. So that's literally all I have to do at this rank.
I know.
Make sure you don't get caught, push your sideways, hit the closest guy. Those are your like 3 key points as an AD carry. That's all you need. So anything that doesn't revolve around that, if you die, it's like that's not good, right? Yeah, we have a lot of money in this game, and the ability to carry. That's what we're really looking for going into the late game. That's what all the mid games preparing us for, is the ability for us to be useful in the late game. So we're useful. That's really our goal. And then we're doing well enough that we can just follow up on their free mistakes, right? Like they're sending 2 bot. We're just gonna take inhibitor here. We're gonna kill them all here because you have more people, I hope.
We
should just kill them all.
I completely annihilate this guy, I think.
Right. So they all die because it's free, and then you guys just end the game, right? So all you have to do is make sure you're not the guy kind of suiciding. You know what I'm saying? And then you're good to go. Like this is what it should look like, barring a few mistakes that are kind of like outliers. Maybe they're not outliers, but they don't happen often enough for us to worry about it, right? It's the big one in the last game we saw, and maybe when we were hitting the tower this game, where you want to do something, ask yourself what can go wrong.
Yep.
Right. And then team fights, hit the closest guy.
Yeah.
Right. And then if you really want to work on lane, because even though laning is not going well, we're not solely losing the game off it for whatever reason, you can look at matchup.
Yeah, it's mostly matchup based that I should focus on, I think. Because that's where I have like most problems in both games, right there.
Right. So this matchup idea will help you a lot in the laning phase. But after laning phase, I want you to focus on all you care about is making money and not getting caught. Right. That's all. That's all you should worry about. And everything else is irrelevant, essentially. Unless you're trying to help your team, then you can go help. But those are your 2 main goals when it comes to the mid game. And I think if you clean up the mid game, everything else will look a lot better. Right. That's really your 2 main problems are those things, I think. What do you think?
No, I agree for sure. I end up doing a lot of things. That's also why I see, like, if you look at my op.gg, it has a lot of deaths in general.
Right. I did notice that. I was like, ooh, double digits.
Yeah.
No. That is my guess. Is your high deaths come from doing something that can be easily punished, right?
Yeah.
If you can think of a single way you can be punished, you can't do that thing. Let's look at an example of mine, where I'm working on the same thing, right? So in these cases, in these deaths, let's see, I died once to this, right? So if let me see, if I can pull up a scoreboard anywhere. I don't know if I can.
Wait, I can't see it on your screen. Wait.
Oh shit, you can't see that. Oh, hold up.
Wait, let me go into your. Wait, I can just open up your stream.
No. I'm just changing the place TV. Okay, can you see this?
Yeah, I see.
Or is it all black?
No, I see. Well, the gameplay in itself is black. Yeah.
What the heck?
Yeah.
Discord, please. Let's see. Here we go. There we go. Now we can see it, right? So, can a Cali kill me?
No.
Okay. Then you learn. This is how you learn, right? And you say, she can't kill me for whatever reason. And then we fucking die to this shit, right? So wait, this is how you figure it out. Is that, say you haven't seen that before, or you haven't seen that in a long time. Then it's like, okay, it's fine to sometimes die to that, but the next time you should say, a Cali can kill my ass, right? Yeah. But let's say, you know, they have Sejuani on the other team. I play against Sejuani like every day, so you should know that she's going to Q, flash, and ulti your ass, right? So, dying to something like this is definitely not good, but it just goes to show that, you know, you have to be super paranoid. Look how far back I am, right? You have to be super paranoid. Otherwise, they will, if there's a punish, they will find it, dude. I promise, right? I promise they will find the punish. So,
to be sure, that Akali was pretty clean, though, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts. And then, yeah, that's essentially what you should be looking out for, is stuff like that, right? TF ulti, more obvious, but still the same thing in terms of theory, right? He can punish you with this move, don't do it, right? So, I think I gave you plenty of stuff to work on. The idea of laning matchup and the idea of you want to do XYZ thing, your second step should be, how do they stop me, right? And then you can only proceed with what you wanted to do after you thought it out, right? Don't even push the wave until you've thought it out, because you need to build this habit in order to make sure your thinking processes are clean, right? So let's say you want to push this wave out, but then you spend like 10 seconds thinking about how they can stop you, and then you're like, oh, that takes too long. Well, the more you practice that idea, the faster it'll get, right? If that makes any sense. We're working on building good habits, right? This is a good habit I want you to work on. And then once you can keep doing that with literally like every wave, every tower hit, whatever, then it'll start becoming more natural. If that makes any sense. You start doing it, be able to do it super easily, like within like half a second. And then from there on, you can essentially work on something else, right? Then it'll be like, oh, now we work on laning or something. Yeah, that's what I want you to work on.
Okay.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
It sounds great. Yeah.
All right, cool. Any last questions before we wrap it up?
No, not really. I was gonna ask you about like how to prevent like going on autopilot, but I think I understand that now just by, you know, stepping back, thinking about things, and making it a habit to think about things.
Exactly, right? That's exactly how you stop autopilot. Is you have to like consciously think about, I want to do this, how do they stop me, right? That's the basic, right? So yeah, I guess that is the answer to your question. But yeah, if there's nothing else, then good luck in your games. Let me know how things go, and if you do have questions, feel free to message me on Discord.
I will, if I need it. Thank you.
Yep.
Thanks for
no
for the session. It was very valuable.
Good to hear. Good to hear. Let me know how things go.
I will. Okay. Thanks.
Have a good one.
Yeah, you too.